That's still at,
The conference, I think he's on his way back today.
Where was the conference at?
Westminster.
Westminster.
The hotel up there, do these things. Yeah, there's more people at that conference than live in Lake City.
Oh, yeah, that totally checks out. Yeah, why would it not be? Yeah. Okey-doke, we are 5 o'clock on the money. So I'm going to call to order the Town of Lake City Planning Commission meeting of June 25th, 2026, but it is also a Board of Adjustments meeting technically. We'll enter into here momentarily. Roll call, Michelle.
Here.
Bruce.
Here.
Rich. Here. Harry.
Here.
Full house. Perfect. Any additions to the agenda?
Nope.
Fantastic. All right. Approval of the minutes from May 28th, 2026.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I'll just follow up on some of the stuff. So the lady Christina Howe has a plan for 4, I think 10 units, but then I read in the paper, there's like 12 now.
She knows that she has to come back, but she's going to ask for more.
Okay. And that was presented to the trustees, I think,
Mhm.
the 12 or something,
No,
or 8 more or something, wasn't it?
not from us. It was just the 4.
From trustees. Newspaper article, it said something about quite a few more 10 spaces.
Well, they may have plans for it, but it doesn't mean it was presented by us. It was not presented
It
by
wasn't
us.
presented by us.
No, because
I
that's
just
just what,
wondered how that, since it's just a recommendation on stuff, that maybe it did come back to us.
well, we told her in that meeting
Yes.
to come back. And she actually, I had talked to another person who was asking about 10 spots, and this person had been talking to her, and she was starting to realize how much pressure there was for that. And I was
Yeah.
like, they have to represent,
We all
come
knew
back.
that.
Yeah, we knew that. She didn't know that.
Yeah,
So, but it's also the Lake City newspaper, so I wouldn't take it as gospel.
yeah.
That would be a dangerous mistake.
And then on the fence change, sounds like the trustees are going to change the zoning regulations
My understanding.
for that. Do you think they would come back to us since it's a change in zoning?
It's up to
That it
them.
would- they can change all the zoning
As well.
regulations just on their own?
Yes.
Okay.
They could ask us for a recommendation if they wanted to, but they have the authority to act on their own.
I'm just wondering if they've done anything on that yet,
It's in
or
anything.
if it's gonna take time.
Yeah, unknown, and we may or may not hear about it until we get a little piece of paper that said these are the new zoning rules.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other questions?
No. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from, that was May 28th.
All right, first and second, all in favor, say aye.
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 All right, any opposed? Say nay.
You broke up. Who did the second on that?
That was me, Rich.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks. My thing just cut out. So thanks, Rich.
Harry, you want to sign this when you get home, or?
Yeah, if Lex needs me to, I can swing by the office, whatever.
Lex isn't even here, just submit it to, so we'll get something sorted out. Microphone fix on next month.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, that's nice. So we have a public hearing technically will be the Board of Adjustments. It was public hearings for 730 North Pinson Street. Basically, it's our housing project. We're all well familiar with this topic. And so, because it is a public hearing, do we have our,
So it's my understanding that Rainey was going to join our meeting tonight to make this presentation for us. I don't see her on the call. I,
Do we have a phone number or anybody? I have no idea.
no,
She spaced it.
I can tell you what's going on, but then I would recuse myself from voting.
That's what I hear.
Go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah. You forgot it would be nice to represent it.
well, it would be, but we also have a public hearing with officially 0 of the populace here. So we can move forward if we need to.
You're saying that you present it, then
Hi, Randy. This is Rich Piltinger with the Lake City Planning and Zoning. We. Oh. Oh, okay. Do you need us to send it to you? Okay, all right. Are you in a place where if I send it to you, you could jump on? Okay, we're gonna email that to your dynamic planning email right now. Okay, thanks.
Did that not get sent to her?
Well, can't blame her for that one.
we can, last time you time to list all the public comment.
Yeah.
We give them a couple minutes.
We don't even have a single public person. We usually at least have one.
Do you have her email?
I do not. Now
Okay.
I just phone to you.
Yes.
Dynamic plan.
And you,
Either you could send me the Zoom link and I could email her, or
I'm just trying to find that. So, here we are. And you are, tell me what your email address is.
it's Gunner 375 GUNNAR 375
375.
at Gmail.
Randy was, made this script and map and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, sending. Yeah, it didn't get to her.
She's been trying to get hold of somebody here. It's probably called Lex.
You guys are good on the computer.
Well, I just hope he gets it here.
Take me for a while.
Is there a link in there somewhere?
Yes,
Okay, it's probably not.
okay. Amazing I even brought my stuff on because I usually don't.
Mhm.
Well, would have been a very short meeting.
Come on.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, that's Zoom link.
That's not reporting to her.
Don't say much. I missed a few meetings too.
I didn't really miss this one.
I was the only one at our last design meeting.
Yeah.
The next one, by the way, is July 10th.
Is it more important and more important stuff?
Yeah, I think the one on July 10th is probably going to be important.
Well,
Uh-huh.
It's like we're
Found her?
You found us.
Yeah.
There she is. Hi, Rainey.
hello.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for being late.
Oh, no worries. I think that was a problem on our end.
Yeah.
You're up.
Are we all ready for me to present?
You have a presentation. Now is the time.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And here we go. So this is a request for a front setback variance for the Lake Fork Housing Project. We're located on Henson Street and State Highway 149. It's lots 1 through 11 and lots 22 through 32, block 21 of the town of Lake City. Limited multifamily zoning district, and the project itself is for 28 year-round affordable units. 3 4-unit buildings in the front, which we're requesting the setback variance for, and 2 8-unit buildings in the rear. What we're requesting is a variance of 10 feet to the front 15-foot setback, resulting in a 5-foot setback along Henson Street. And we're doing this because we need to increase the buffer between the buildings and the river and floodplain, and also protect that existing recreational trail better, give it more room. So on the left is the site plan. As you can see, about a quarter of the property is encumbered by the FEMA 1% floodplain, and that's actually the floodway, not just the floodplain. So more intensive flooding potential there. And on the right side is the staking in the field from the charrette at the end of May, when we realized how much the buildings were going to encroach on the existing trail and also how close they were going to be to the river, at which time we pushed for having a front setback variance. So that's why we're here today. So first off, criteria. The lots were created in 1874. They don't really meet many of your existing dimensional standards. Again, a lot of the property is encumbered by the floodway, and these physical circumstances pose practical difficulties and unnecessary hardships in the Lake Fork project. B, granting of the variance will not create or exacerbate any public safety issues or negatively impact public welfare. A reduction in the front setback would allow the project to proceed in the context of its site constraints and would support the town's long-term affordable housing goals. And that is all that I have for you. Any questions?
Well, we have, normally we would give it to the public to ask a question at this point, but we have limited public feedback this evening. So at this point, I don't know, this will end the public part and open it to us.
I have a question. I do. Have you, just given that on the south end is where the ambulance makes, quick exits as quick as possible, Does this affect much of the visibility looking north of Henson Creek when they're trying to get out of there? Have you considered that? I know there's roadway or parking in between where the ambulance exits and the building, but I don't know if that 10 feet significantly impairs them when they're leaving. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we could verify that and make sure that that site distance is maintained. But my understanding is between the existing Henson Street right of way and the plans for the front part in front of the buildings with some low-lying vegetation, that wouldn't block any visibility, but we can confirm that on that southwest side to make sure that condition would be perfectly reasonable.
Great, thank you.
So Rainey, and moving these forward 10 feet, you've got that berm where that transformer is. How's that going to affect drainage and stuff? Are you planning to take that berm out, or, I mean, we're raising the site a little bit, but not to the height of that berm. Have you guys looked at the civil side of that at all?
We do have the civil engineer looking at drainage and keeping an eye on that. So if the variance was granted, we would redo the drainage calculations and where it would flow and everything to make sure it all still works.
Okay.
So how will that affect any parking in the front on the Henson Street? I know
It would not.
We don't have any spots designed there, right? As of now. But people could park on the street in designated parking.
I suspect they will.
I was just in Buena Vista today, and they have a trail between 3-story condos in the river, and it's like 10 or 12 feet wide, and it seemed very safe and stuff. I think that's kind of one reason why we're moving it forward, to give more room for the trail. So I think the more room on the back, the better. And if we can, how wide would that trail be between the units and the top of the embankment?
This, what, 6 feet, is it? Maybe? It's the existing trail. We're not building a new one.
So the improved
Yeah,
at the same location.
right.
With that staked on there, that was staked out, the 10 feet is going to be adequate, in my opinion.
Yeah, so we're using the original trail, not a modified trail. So the original staking, but when Rainey, correct me if I'm wrong, but the original staking put the corner of the structure like literally in the middle of the trail, but it was just the middle of the trail. So if we move it 10 foot to the west, that's a long ways off of the trail.
Yes, that's correct. When that picture I had up on the screen showed the staking from May, and the northeast most corner of the buildings, it was about 2 or 3 feet encroaching on the trail. So 10 feet would get it totally out of there.
Is the parking lot, the east-west direction, is that already squeezed as tight as it can, or can we possibly get a couple feet out of the parking lot to maintain fire and just everyday use? Are we
No, we already had to make some special accommodations for the required fire truck turnaround in the parking lot. And we did that by basically utilizing some of the sidewalk on either side of the parking lot. So it is as narrow as it can be now.
Okay, thanks.
Fair enough. Any other questions, comments?
I would move to approve the variance as requested on the condition that the line of sight from exiting the ambulance bay be confirmed, that it doesn't interfere with that.
I'll second it.
Fantastic. All right. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Okey-doke.
All right, Randy, thank you, and sorry for the little glitch there.
No problem. Thanks. Have a good evening, everyone.
All right, take care.
But this is a recommendation to the, this is the final decision.
This is a variance,
Get
this
those
isn't our,
mixed up.
I know,
Yeah, it's a pain. The Board of Adjustments, this is a final decision.
right.
Yeah,
Done.
there's no backlash of us being the presenter and the.
Well, that's why Randy,
Approved.
that's why Randy presented.
Yeah.
Glad she was able to jump on, because I'm not sure it would have been appropriate for one of us to make the presentation.
And there's been no other feedback through the office.
No,
That's not here.
I mean, it was publicly posted. People know it was a setback variance. So I say people know. If they cared to know, they know.
Yes.
So nobody's mentioned
we'll
it.
know whether they do or not once we start construction.
Yeah,
Somebody will, yeah, but as soon as they start construction, people will be complaining just because that's the nature of humanity.
second phase, they'll go, oh, how'd you get away with this?
So again, our next design committee meeting is on the 10th of July at 9 o'clock. I'm going to remind everybody again, like that Monday, and I'll make sure that Ethan gets the link out before then.
Yeah, perfect.
But I think the purpose of that is to look at this revised drawings and to talk about the results of the charrette.
I know Mary was on that committee. Is Richard going to be on that committee to take her spot?
What committee is that?
Well, it's just an ad hoc committee, right?
Good design.
The design.
It's us.
It is. I think technically it is.
It would help to have other people since we're.
Well, so, Dave usually joins, Greg Levine has been participating. Don't know who else. Lex, obviously, has been
Yeah.
participating.
Me, when I remember.
When was the last one?
Last
A week
Friday.
ago,
Since
last
there's
Friday.
a month, right?
Is it
It's been every other Friday, but we've got kind of odd schedule because of holidays. And I think we were waiting for some of the civil work to be done in between meetings, and that pushed us off. Our next one would technically have been July 3rd, which I said no.
That's hard down.
Yeah,
Is there an email chain for this that goes out?
yes, and Richard, I'll make sure that you're on it.
And
In
it's
fact, I think that was already requested at the last meeting. We brought that up,
Okay.
but I'll make sure.
still the same Zoom link, right? That we've been using since.
I'm going to ask Ethan to send out whatever it is.
At 8:49 on the.
No, I made a promise that I would do my best to tell us I'll get back.
Okay, well, that's the end of our Board of Adjustments meeting. And
Our next meeting.
last minute,
23rd.
I won't be here.
That's kind of a big one. Yeah.
What's that?
Um,
23rd.
yeah, I think it's reviewing all the people who submitted the RFP.
What did you say, Rich? I didn't catch all that.
Got that you're online. Let me double check, but I think all the RFP bids come in and we're supposed to review them first.
Is this for the consultant?
Oh, for the consultant of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, the housing consultant coordinator person.
Between the joint venture between the town and county.
Correct.
No, that's not in our meeting though, is it?
I think we're
Is
the
it- Are we
first
I
crack at it.
think we're, yeah, it's my understanding.
It says it in here. Let me go. I did.
That's not a public hearing, then obviously it's just internal to us.
Yeah.
And can we get that information ahead of time, Michelle? Is that copacetic?
We should be able to get that information after the closing date.
Okay.
So in the RFP itself, it's been issued. There's a written questions due, which is tomorrow. And then the closing date is July 17th. And then the next hard time is proposal review by Planning and Zoning Commission, July 23rd. And then Board of Trustees consideration and award on the 5th of August.
Yay.
What about the county's input?
They are trusting the town.
They are.
I think really,
Yes. I don't think they want to be.
Take that chance.
Possibly,
Maybe
I mean, they're invited, obviously, if they know.
GA signed, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
Yes. And I
all
think
right, there it is.
The town send out the request for proposals.
I think Lex will forward it to us before our meeting.
Okay. But each applicant, we have to be careful with that too.
Right, but it's not
Say,
like quasi judicial, we just can't share them.
we can't share the names right for people applying unless they're defined this.
Not like hiring a town manager. This is a contract consultant. So I don't think the rules are as strict. I think they're like public information once bids are open.
We would open the bids.
I think,
Does it say in there when the bids?
I'm sure the town office will open them so that we can get copies of them before our meeting.
Yeah,
That would be ideal.
Is there any indication of how many applicants we're looking at?
I haven't heard anything.
I don't have anything in yet, so.
it closes on the 17th, so there's 6 days of. They should be in Lake City's hands. And hopefully,
On the close of business on the
and
second.
then, Barry can send those out to us on the, when he sends out the,
I think Lex will send them out.
Lex will send us out.
I'll sit down and talk with Lex after he gets back from the conference and make sure that we're all on the same page with these things.
Remember Lake City. That's good.
He hasn't been gone that long, has he?
He'll be moving to Denver before you know it.
yeah, the county doesn't.
No, they can just
The
round it up.
board of trustees makes the decision, the town manager communicates.
So just put their 50 grand.
So is the start date just soon after the August 5th date then, or is it? Does
So
it say?
it depends on DOLA funding.
Okay,
Can't spend money until their town is under contract with DOLA.
okay.
It's okay to go ahead and accept bids and pick one. But we need to make sure that the town and the Department of Local Affairs are under contract.
That would coincide with the contract to the new contract labor person too.
And so the August date has been targeted for that because that's when the next round of funding is supposed to be released. Is in August, but it takes a little bit of time to get under contract.
That's probably a fall hire type thing. To
I
get
was-
going.
That person going in September, that would be.
Anything to do, is that throw a wrench in the works?
Good. Is there a vice chairman?
Harry is the
Harry.
billing in person.
Here he becomes the boss. He's the boss. He is forward.
He's not here, that had to be.
I probably, I'm on the other side of the planet, so it's, the time schedule's not really optional.
5 in the morning,
I wish.
or earlier.
Oh, no, I guess it's 9 a.m. in Sydney right now. It's 1 a.m. in Frankfurt, so I'll be in Australia, not Europe, so. It's too hard to manage. That's, it's 9 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, right.
Stop already.
I think, as mayor, interviewed a lot of people for different positions. Michelle has in the past too, so.
And it's just reviewing, it's not actually interviewing. Yeah, we're just looking at their submittals.
Okay.
You should hear the town.
Yes. Hopefully we get some.
Well, there's that. Detail.
Nice to have at least 2 or more.
I will see.
Mhm.
Okey dokey. Well, any other final comments before we wrap up this show for this evening?
Make a motion to end this meeting.
You can adjourn.
Yeah, I don't have to have a motion. I can just tell you it's done. Then that is that. We're
Thank you.
calling to close the Lake City Planning and Zoning Commission meeting.
Congratulations, and, for the Lake Fork project. Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Take care, Harry.
Thanks, Harry.
All right. See you guys tomorrow back in town.